I am back. I had to text my wife back, or I had to talk to her on the phone. This here is the Moneymaker jig, 1/16 ounce. We're going to get some more rain. It's clouding up again, which is, I'm okay with that. Here it is. About a month ago, we were complaining about too much rain. Now, I don't mind the rain coming. I don't like the 100-degree weather that we've been, the temperatures. Right now, I'm just tying up a lot of inventory. We're going to start picking up business-wise in the next few weeks. Right now, when it's hot, we don't get a lot of business, and that's okay. Gives me a little bit of break, gives me time to recuperate. Hey there, Gavin. The best size for crappie, I would say I mean, it depends on what you're fishing. Are you fishing docks? Are you fishing out of a boat? If you're fishing out of a boat, I'd go with a 16th or 1/8 ounce. If you're fishing at these docks, I would go with a 16th or smaller. A lot of times you get more bites on the smaller jigs if you're just vertical fishing from a dock. But if you're fishing from a boat, I mean, I don't know if you have a live scope or anything like that, but I mean, you fish with whatever size. I appreciate everybody coming in. We got 38 people, 2 likes. My wife was trying to get a hold of me. That's why I had to take a break. Hey there, Wes. Okay, the next lure I'm going to tie is going to be for me. I'm going to tie it with a bait with a oh, how do I say, weedless. We're going to go weedless. Man, I need to put these in a different bag. These things have lasted me forever. These are basically weed guards. You got these clumps there for, mainly, these are mainly made for bass fishing, but I'll tear one piece off and use it for crappie. You can use them for bass, but most people use them for crappie. Hey there, John. Thank you. Here we go. Appreciate everybody in here. We got 60 people in here. 60. We got 5 likes. Make sure to tap up the likes, gang. Thanks for the sub. Yep, bass can hit smaller lure anytime. Small jig for bass. Ice fishing, yep. This one here is going to have a weed guard on this one. Appreciate everybody in the channel. Make sure to subscribe. Okay, we're going to pin this back. Okay, let me set this over here while I'm working on this, on the brush guard, weed guard. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's get my knot going. We've had a couple of trolls come in today. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. We've had a couple though. I don't know if I get, do you guys think I get stirred up when we get trolls in here? Do you guys think the trolls really get me wound up? I don't think they get me too wound up. It's not like I'm going to lose any sleep over it. And that's with the weed guard. There we go. Okay, we'll go back to the normal ones. I know sometimes they're funny, but sometimes they try to be funny, but the funny part is just, you know, they're probably sad people. No, you should see some crazy stuff they say in other chats. Yeah, I don't know if they try to get me wound up or what, but I got friends that do a lot of live streaming on TikTok and then, you know, on YouTube too, and some of them really fire back at them. To me, it's not that big of a deal. Just a bunch of lonely people out there. Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue at all. I get people, they'll send me emails and stuff when I'm pouring lead because they think I'm gonna like make the world explode or something, you know. We're talking about trolls that come in the channel. We had a few yesterday. We haven't had hardly any today. Hardly any trolls today. The trolls are the people that want to come in and they want to just stir up stuff. They think they're funny, but they're not really funny. Hey, Ronell. And sometimes you got these little, I don't know, 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old kids that will come in and they just want to disrupt the live stream. Yeah, they're probably sleeping because they don't work. They stayed up all night playing video games and talking to their little friends. I don't do video games. I used to a long time ago, but it just, comes a point where you just gotta, do what you gotta do, get things done. That was one of the things I took up when I got injured and I was recuperating from surgery. When I had my shoulders redone, I would play, what was it called? It was one of the Call of Duty. I played Call of Duty, and my kids would play it. And this is back when were able to start streaming and playing other people. And man, I was ranked like number 17 in the world on some of these maps. It would frustrate my kids because they would play and they would stream and they couldn't get ranked that high. And so, but anyway, it came a point to where I'm like, you know what, I need to get back into fishing. At that time I was starting to make lures and I'm like, I like making lures more than, there's no rewards with video games hardly. There's a few people that do, but not a whole lot. Looks hard. You fly fish sometimes? Yep, I do every so often. I don't do a whole lot. I mainly use a spinning cast rod, and I fish for crappie and sand bass and stuff. I was actively harassing and posting videos about... Oh, really? About 6 other fishing channels. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who it is. I mean, they may have been coming on my lives. I don't know. Hey, Killian. I don't take any. I mean, I've had being a pastor and minister and both my wife and I used to do some stuff ministry-wise towards battered women. And I was also a marriage counselor for a while. I mean, you were always getting threats from husbands that were, just they were in the wrong a lot of times. Sometimes you had the wife that was in the wrong too, but in most cases it was the dude that was beating up his wife or whatever, and we would try to get the wife and the kids to a safe house. So we were always having death threats or physical violent threats towards us. Oh, okay. Well, good. What does he go by? I know we were being somewhat harassed by, something, I can't remember the kid's name, but the kid had like 30 accounts. Hey there, Ernie. Let's see. Hey there, Mary. Worst thing is it's a kid. Yeah, probably a grown-up man. Yeah. Many accounts. Yeah. Oh man, that's what happens when you swallow a piece of marabou. A marabou gets caught in your throat. Makes you want to cough. Yeah, those people just don't have anything better to do. A lot of times. Oh, really? Huh. I wonder who that could be. I had a friend of mine who he had about 300,000 followers on TikTok, and he had his account hijacked, and the people were sending these encrypted messages to him that if he wanted his account back, he had to pay them, a certain amount of money. And they didn't know, and I'm not going to say this fellow's name on here. They didn't know this guy was an IT guy. And well, he got his account hacked and basically hijacked. They were hijacking his account. They were sending him these encrypted messages that, if you pay us a certain amount, we'll give you your account back. And they didn't know that he was a techie, or IT guy, or whatever, And so anyway, he backtracked there and basically found the root of their accounts, and they had almost 300 accounts. And I guess what they were doing was hijacking people's accounts that were somewhat high profile. And I say high profile, but low on the status as far as somebody being like an A-lister or B-list entertainer. And so anyway, this friend of mine, again, he was like, oh, they messed with the wrong guy, Ruben. I'm like, yeah. He said, yeah, they had like 200-300 accounts they were working from. And basically they had basically a network that they were working with other people to hijack accounts. So what he ended up doing was he ended up hijacking their accounts. And so he basically dissolved whatever identity that they had on TikTok and YouTube. He made them disappear. and I thought that was pretty funny, because I'd see the people go in on his chats, but I didn't know who they were. But he would have changed his facial gestures, and you could tell there was something going on there. I made a video of me. Oh, really? Oh, my goodness. Well, Mm, yeah, and that's what my buddy, he works out of DC, and he ended up doing that to those people. They ended up getting arrested eventually, but he took any oh, how would I say, anything, all their accounts. He basically took all their accounts, and he has the power to do that kind of stuff. But he's just a normal guy. He loves fishing, goes fishing a lot, and if you were to look at him, you would have never thought that he is so highly skilled working, on the internet. You would have never known he was, but he works from home, and he does work for a lot of different agencies too at times. But he makes a really good income, and if you were to see him out on his live streams fishing, you would never know, what his full-time job was. And so, hey, Country Carpenter. Hey, Emily. This one here is the moneymaker. This is a 1/16 ounce. So, yeah, and I'm not going to say his name or anything, but he has the capabilities of, if somebody is harassing him, and I don't know, maybe, I don't know if he does anything like this, but he does have the power to, if somebody has 500,000 followers, he could basically take their account down, and that person won't be able to live stream anymore. But anyway, just that, people you get to meet while you're making lures. I made him a bunch of lures for catching crappie and brim and stuff. Nice guy. I don't think I get harassed or enough to do, to call him up or anything. But I can't believe the huge network these people were doing. They were hijacking people's accounts and were forcing them to pay in order, because you get somebody that has 500,000 followers here on YouTube or TikTok or whatever channel, and let's just say you got 500,000 people, and you're able to go live streaming and create content, and you're getting paid for your content, and then all of a sudden have it wiped away, you get ticked off pretty fast. Do I sell these? Yes, I do. We got a website linked right down there, RubenFloresJigs.com. Gloria and Buster, how's it going, Gloria and Buster? Right now, today's the last day of the sale with the buy 3, get 1 free. That's the happy 4th pack of July sale. Buy 3 packs, we're going to throw in a 4th pack. It's going to be a mystery pack, so this gives you guys an opportunity to stock up on lures. At the same time, you're going to get some different colored lures. And it'll give you a good chance to try out lures that you've probably never tried out before. Good way to stock up on lures for this fall. Dr. Pike. Right now, I'm just working on a lot of inventory, getting a lot of inventory tied up. These will go into packages. They'll eventually get barcodes on them. I've been holding off on doing barcodes because it sometimes gets a little bit warmer here in the shop. And with barcodes, sometimes they with the tempered labels. They, oh, what do you call it? Thermal printing. Yeah, sometimes they're pretty heat sensitive, so a lot of times I don't put the barcodes till they get ready to go out. Hey there, normal dude. Do you think it was good? I don't know. I don't really use any lures. I don't think I've ever used a lure. I don't know if you buy lose products, does that make you a loser? I'm just throwing that out there. And I'm kidding around when I say that. So sometimes I make unneeded jokes. A few hours ago, yeah. 94. Oh, wow. Ooh, that is nice. 70 degrees. That's really good. Hey there, David. Hey there, Brenda. I think tomorrow I may see if my wife and I will go out to the recycle center. We'll go buy some lead. I may go out and buy a couple 100 pounds of lead. Can I tell you the story of the Kokomo jig? A long time ago, there was a lady named Coco. She went to the nightclub, met a fella named Maurice, but everybody called him Mo. They got married and had a child, and that gave birth to the Kokomo jig. Yes, I do. I do sell crappie jigs or jigs. Yep. Go to our website. Everybody, if you want to see a lot of products that we have, there's a link right down there. If that link does not work, just Google up Ruben Flores Jigs, just like my profile. Add a .com to it. I might get a crappie jig order. Oh, yeah. Yeah, again, today's the last day. If you buy 9 packs of jigs, you're going to get 3 free packs. You're going to get 3 free packs. We're going to throw in 3 surprise packs. Now, the Kokomo jig, there's a fella that came down from Indiana. His name was Jeff, and he needed a fishing partner because there was going to be a big crappie tournament on my lake on Ulaga, and he had shown me a lure and said, "Can I tie something pretty close?" And so that gave birth to this jig here. That fella had no name for that jig. He actually got that jig up there in Indiana somewhere, and I went ahead and somewhat replicated it. And because he's from Kokomo, Indiana, or from that area, that's why this jig got that name. So that's how the Kokomo jig came around. Let's see. But yes, we do sell. They run anywhere from $5 to $10 bucks a pack. Now these run $5 a pack. These are on sale, and these colors will probably change, but these are currently $5. That's the Hellstorm. That's the Bayou Bug. That's the Blackout. That's the Monkey Milk. That's the Cajun Cricket. That is the Funky Monkey. Those are all $5 a pack. Doesn't matter if you get a 32nd ounce or a 16th ounce. They're all $4.99 a pack. Now we got a lot of other colors that are, you know, $5, $10 a pack, whatever, you know. And on that sale, that includes the jig heads with the bait keeper. Yeah, that includes the jig heads with a bait keeper. It doesn't matter if it has an underspin or anything. You buy 3 packs of these, you'll get another pack free. So we do have a lot of colors, a lot of things to choose from. And that sale ends tonight at midnight. That'll end tonight at midnight. Does anybody want to hear any origins to any of the other lures I've made? How did this jig get that name? Yep. I'm doing good, Gemini. The Funky Monkey, that came out of a dance. The Funky Monkey did. Yep. There was a dance back in the early 70s. And anyway, it has the monkey milk color. And I did do a version of the Funky Monkey, and it was just way out of whack. It had all these different psychedelic colors to it. And I tried selling it as the Funky Monkey, and it did not work. So I went ahead and went with some of the characteristics and decided to go with an orange tail, the monkey milk body, and a pink head. So that's how the Funky Monkey came about. The original Funky Monkey I did 10 years ago or so had all kinds of different colors in it. It was a weird looking color, and I couldn't sell weirdness. You know, and it was a lure that I caught crappie off of, but it just never really turned into it just never produced any of that. Does it actually work for crappie? Yes. All the lures that I have on the website, I've fished with them. And in a lot of cases, a lot of the lures that I have on the website, we've had guides use them in tournament anglers. There's an investment with making lures. So, I mean, and you need to quit doing that. I see your message. I know you're excited. I know you just can't control yourself right now. But there is an investment with making lures. Now, if you're going to buy, if you want to be on the I don't want to say the cheap side. If you want to get into making lures, I would say get this kit. It runs $45. You get all the tools in there. Get your feathers, your jig heads, your chenille, your flashing, and then you're ready to go. You can make lures. I would start out by making your favorite colors. Start out by making your favorite colors. It may save you some money. Who knows? Yeah, once, maybe twice. Yeah, if you ask once. Now, we do get at times, we get, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 people in here. And you may have to retype it a few times because the chat's going wild. But there's only 40 people in here, And so I know you can't control yourself. But no, it just it could save you money in the long run. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know it's fun and relaxing and to make lures, and there's nothing like catching a fish on something you made. It just all depends on what you want to put into it and whether you like doing it. Some people, they buy the kit, they buy the vise, they buy, you know, $1,000 worth of product and stuff, and 3 weeks later they don't want anything to do with making lures. It's just too time consuming for them. How did the Ruben jig come about? I had no Ruben jig. There's no jig called Ruben. I got into lure making. I had an accident at work, and it prevented me from going to work. I had, altogether, I've had 3 shoulder surgeries on my right, twice on my left, and in between healing and everything, I took up crappie fishing, and that's how I got into lure making. Got into it by accident. Yep. The name Ruben is just not this sexy name that you throw on stuff, you know. The Groove and Ruben jig. The Ruben Tubin jig. Can you make a pink and black one lure? Not right now. I'm just tying up inventory. The best time to get me on request is probably on the weekends. Probably on the weekends. Now, if I make one, are you going to buy it? So, we have had people in the past, they've, you know, tipped me 20, 40, 50 bucks, and I'll make them their color and I ship them out the next day. So I've been on here 45 minutes. I'm going to take a little break. Gloria, thank you so much. I'm going to take a break here, and I'll be back here in just a moment. Make sure to thank Gloria and Buster. Gloria and Buster in here. Appreciate that. Yep, you guys be good. Thank you for watching. I'll be back here shortly. You guys be good. Bye-bye.